Blog Talk Radio.
listening live to On the Move Unscripted with your host, Patricia M. Goins and Mr. Stout on www.blogtalkradio.com/Patricia Goins. Call in now. We're live at 516-387-1247.
What's going on? You have tuned in to another episode of On the Move Unscripted with Patricia M. Goins.
Mr. Stout, what it do?
Mr. Stout in the freaking building, baby.
Chilling. Love it.
So, you know I'm excited.
Yeah.
Right? You already know.
Already,
I'm
right from the gate. Like, you already like,
You already know. Okay, so me and Mr. Stout, like, when I decided to have this Mother's Day event, you know, on May 11th, I was trying to figure out where the best place to have it or whatever, and I'm so glad that I chose the North Bay Park Pavilion here in Columbus, Ohio, because it's so beautiful. Like, we went down there today, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
Oh, my gosh. And, you know, I had to take pictures and videos. And it's a beautiful scenery. There's a beautiful park trail.
Yeah, pavilion.
You know, the water's there, the bridge. They have a lot of seats outside, you know, beyond.
Pretty view. Yeah, that's pretty view.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
They got a water fountain area.
Right.
Oh, man.
Outside, inside, both connected together.
Oh, my gosh. Come on, stop playing, y'all. And we about to have a bomb diggity food up in the freaking building, baby. If you came to my album release party, you got to taste Designer Kitchen food.
Right. It was real
You used to be in East Lamar, remember?
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. So it's going to be even better now. Like, it's going to be the bomb, but not better, but bigger. You know, it's going to be more selections. I'm so excited. And then we got DJ Wise coming out to do his thing. They both were at the my album release party. Both of them were. Yeah. So I'm excited about it. I'm so excited.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to definitely be dope. It's dope as hell, man. And it's going to be a whole turn up for the artists. So we got artists performing, right?
Yeah. See, let me get my,
okay. Right. You got to get that. It's On the Move Unscripted, right? You know, we back. You know, so it's still, there's going to be some art performing.
From Columbus. Come on now, stop playing.
Right, Ohio.
I'm about to fight a flag.
We told y'all we coming for you, man. We're going to make sure we got the hottest artists coming out of this area, and also artists like, you know, who's ready to rock, though. In the Midwest. Like, come on. Come get some.
I can't wait to perform. I love performing.
I might have to come up. I might have to go up on there with you, a little bit. I might do a little something. The place looks so nice. Like,
oh, my gosh. And I'm praying for beautiful weather. That's still top it up. But no matter what happens, we have a setup where it's going to go good either way. But, of course, I'm praying for good weather. I'm looking at my phone. I have to find – I know I posted the artists that are going to be here from Columbus on the Blog Talk radio site. Okay. But I'm just looking for their name because I don't want to mess it up.
Yeah. I did see one of the names was like, it was a little deep. I got to find out. We need to have them on the show, too, as well, to talk to them, you know, after, like, you know.
I'm going to have to bring them on. It's, I don't want to say the word, and I hope I put it in my phone. If not, y'all, hey, it's unscripted. You understand? I'm going to have to find what it is. If not, I'll definitely have.
Well, we'll find it before the end of the show.
I'll find it during the break.
Yeah, we'll get that for you guys.
Yes, but I'm so excited, y'all. I'm really excited. It's been a while. I haven't performed, I don't think, since Atlanta. I haven't performed since Atlanta, I don't think, except for, you know, because of one event I didn't get to go to. But I still did a thing with Crystal.
I was saying,
that was from Diggity. Oh, my gosh, that was the bomb. I can't wait to go back to L.A. again. But, so I'm excited. I'm sorry, you hear my son over here, One Way Zay, coughing in the background. Say hello, One Way Zay, because you already put your presence out there.
What's up, y'all?
Get some water. That was get some water. That was when you heard Skate Rock and Roll. That's me and One Way Zay. Yeah, and we're working on new music too. It's bomb, and he got stuff going on too. One Way Zay on all platforms. So anyway, now let's get down to the whole purpose of today's freaking interview.
Unbelievable.
Oh my gosh. You know, I gotta let you have the floor.
I mean, I just want to say, first off, it's been a minute since I did speak to this gentleman right here we're going to have on the show with us tonight. But when the first time that I listened to his music, I was kind of scrolling through YouTube, and he was singing a song. It was a gospel track, and it just grabbed me. It pulled me in. You know, I listen to a lot of different music from all different types of genres and different like formats and everything. But it was just a basic him playing.
Well, when we were looking on Amazon to buy the music, whatever, we downloaded 3 songs, right? We paid for 3 songs. We have "Give It to You," was that Loud, the one which we played coming when the show first came on, and "You Saved Me." And I'm like, each one of them, I was like, okay now.
Every song that you listen to, it pulls you in. Yeah. You gravitate to it. Yeah, it has a really good meaning and good message to it. Yeah.
I do believe we have him on the line, too. So,
Mr. Phil Walters is on the check-in with us right here. On the move.
Hey.
All right.
Hey.
What's going
on?
Nice.
What's up?
I mean, we got a great composer. Did so many different things. This is an honor to have you on the air with us.
We're so excited,
man. I'm honored to be on the show, man. Listen. We've been trying to get together for a minute, man, to get something going on, and we got busy schedules and everything, but by the grace of God, here we are, y'all. I'm excited. Right.
Yes.
So we have to. You may not know, so let me just tell you. We have to take all of our guests down the yellow brick road. I know you remember the Winds. You know what I'm saying? Wizard of Oz, all that.
Oh, that sound effect. He probably gonna put it in accompanied with the piano and sing it back.
I know, right?
So you can start off wherever you want to start off at, but let us know who is Phil Walters, and where did your love for music come from? I know Mr. Srout told me something about you having a relationship or a relation to Sam Cooke. So tell us who you are.
Okay, I'm glad you asked. So it goes a little something like this, see?
Oh, look at it.
I was born by the river, Harlem River, in 1963. I was born to Louise Rose Walters and Sam Cooke. I'm what you call a road baby. So, a lot of the musicians traveled back in the day. He traveled with the Soul Stirrers as a gospel artist, and he went secular as a solo artist. And somewhere around 1962, he met my mom, who was a dancer in Harlem, and they got together, and I was born in 1963, March the 28th, just had a birthday, big 60. And thank you. And on unfortunately December 11th, 1964, he was taken from us far too early at the age of 33. So that was before my second birthday. I never really got to know him as a toddler, as a adolescent, as a teenager, as a young adult. So y'all just as much on that journey with me as I am. I remember the airplane ride to Chicago to the funeral, and I remember a bunch of legs because I was so little, and there was so many people who came out to show love and pay their respects. And I know that my mom was there. I know she didn't make it to California. We didn't go to Los Angeles. There were 2 funerals because he grew up in Chicago. My grandfather, Charles Cooke, moved them from Rockdale, Mississippi to Chicago, around Jim Crow era. And I believe he started singing around 6. And the family started a children's group, children's choir, before he joined the Soul Stirrers at 15. But I am the product of a beautiful queen in Harlem, the rose of Spanish Harlem, as far as I'm concerned. My mom was an extraordinary woman. She had gifts that came straight from the motherland, from my elders that told me about our great-great-great-great-grandmother from Cameroon who came to this country, and she was untouched, if you know what I'm saying. So the spiritual gifts that she had, she was able to hand down to her children, and then down the line, and my grandmother passed it on to my mother, and she passed it on to us. Now, my mother did the dancing, and my dad was the singer, but she didn't tell me right away who he was because I think she was so afraid that I would end up, the way he did and follow the career, which I did anyway. I just did not know at first who he was. I learned later on. I learned in my 40s who my dad was, before my mother left this earth. And, of course, that sent me for a loop. It's not like the whole Pastor Cornflake, you got any milk? Oh, by the way, your dad is Sam Cooke. You got any sugar? So it's like, what? So, but what was so fascinating, y'all, and to this day I still think about it, is I had a parallel lifestyle. Like, I did not know about him early, but I had my first business at 15. I was a DJ at 15 in New York doing the whole hip-hop breakout era. My first love, shout out to Carla Grace Bishop Rollins, she was the breakdancer. She was my MC, and I was the DJ. Right. And then I started my own DJ company. I worked with the elderly, not the elderly, but the elders, because they had the money. That was my niche. I did parties for the mature crowd because they could pay. If I did the kiddie parties, because the parents paid for it. So I started singing since 9. I went to the Little Red Schoolhouse in the Village of New York. It was highly acclaimed because I had that raw talent, but I needed the technique. I performed at the Apollo more than once. I'm 1-1 at the Apollo. I learned a lesson never performing a new song at the Apollo because
I've been that place, man.
Right? So we did that. I went to Sheffield Institute for the Recording Arts in Phoenix, Maryland, where I am recording the 6th A Change Gonna Come. We're doing a remake for its 60th anniversary. That's coming out next February 24th.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. That's amazing stuff right there, man. What you guys got going on, and see, that's so much is going on with that as well. But there was a lot that was in there, right? But we got to kind of
break it down,
take that apart. You know what I mean? You see, what's some of those parts, because you as working as coming up as an artist, and or having this I guess we would call it considered a gene, right? It's passed down to you through your father, and how does that make you feel? For what you're doing, do you feel the spirit of what it was, or what makes you go?
That's a powerful question. That's a powerful question, Mr. Srout. So we have our DNA from both our parents, right? Mm-hmm. I can dance, all right? I was always dancing. I can sing. And I used to tell my mom, okay, Mom, you the dancer, what's up with this singing stuff? Who's my dad? And she would go, the guilt trip. Am I not good enough for you? Why you keep asking about that man? Blah, 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 blah. And then I would back off, But there are things that I know now that I've gotten from him. One is the voice, right? Another is the habit of the sleeves. When he wore cardigans, he pulled them sleeves up. And I was doing that, and long before I knew about where it was coming from. I sit sometimes like my mom would sit, right? And, but I saw her sit that way sometimes. But as far as my dad, I never knew, so I was doing these things unconsciously. It's in the DNA. So the voice was there. I just didn't know where it came from. My brother used to rap, right? He used to hate when we did, I would do the vocals, the chorus. He would hate the vibrato. He's like, why are you doing that? Doing what?
Yeah.
That little shaky sound. What are you doing? I'm not doing anything, you doing right, you know what I'm saying? So what in the world is just in there, so if I was doing something like Cupid, drop back your bow, right? And let your arrow go straight to my lover's heart for me. That vibrato, right? Nobody but me.
So did you always knew that Sam Cooke was your dad? You always knew that from growing up?
No, I didn't know for 42 years. 42 years.
Seriously?
I did not know because I believe in my heart that she wanted to protect me. If you know the story, he died a horrible death. Okay?
Yes.
It was tragic. He was 33 years old, the same age as the Christ. 33. And I think she was trying to protect me so she would not tell me. And I had hints. His birthday is January 22nd. So is my firstborn daughter. January 22nd. And it was other hints down the way. I went down south with I could tell you stuff that would blow your mind. People would be like, what? And I'm living it. So God was trying to God was trying to tell me something, right? And I just was not listening. I was not listening. I was just living my life. I was doing my thing. I had my first production company, started back in 99, right? I had shopped material to the label. I was in Baltimore for 9 years. I had artists under me. I was hanging out with Kevin Lyles and you know, Wayne Williams, who discovered, you know, R. Kelly, you know, at all the A&R junkets, you know, Def Jam and Island Records, Warner, you know, all Sony. So this was what I was doing, unbeknownst that your daddy did it already, you know, unbeknownst to me of this stuff, right? So the saying was like, I never thought about it. And the crazy thing about it, I did a remake years ago of A Change Gonna Come. It was freaky when I started going back and checking out stuff like, oh my gosh, the production company, the label, oh my God, you know, wow, right?
I'm saying, like, how did you find out though?
Right. What made your mom? Did your mom tell you, or somebody else told you?
I know you got a movie coming out. But look, guys, like, I gotta like.
How did you find out? And what did your mom finally tell you? Like, how did you find out?
Let me share this with you. You know how the elders are, right? Family secrets, but before they go home, they feel like they're getting ready to go. They want to clean the slate up, right?
True.
So I'm saying, like, when I told you early on, like, for 42 years I didn't know, and I made that little joke about Pastor Cornflakes Honey. So, you know, she let me know before she left here, baby. I got something to tell you, honey. You might want to sit down, you know. And my mom was always, that was my superstar. You understand? Even before all of this, before all of that, there was Mom, right? And I think after him, there was no other man that she would let us see, right? Because I know my mom, listen, my mom liked two things. She liked her buddy Bud, and she liked her And, you know, when you're 13 years old, you catch your mom in the act with something, you know. But my mom was my superstar. She was my hero. You understand? My mom lived a very, very superstar life without being in the limelight. She was part of the Black Panther movement. Okay, she worked for. Listen, a lot of my siblings don't understand this because they weren't privy to stuff that I found out from my mother's sister before she left out of here. My mom used to run numbers back in the day.
So you grew up around celebrities in the mainstream because of your mom without even knowing why.
Without
she was
even knowing. Uncle this, uncle that, you know, who that, I don't know, whatever. And my mom, she grew up being the mother of a gangster. So naturally she took on these gangster characteristics, but she was beautiful and she could dance and she loved so hard. You know, I'm just like, wow, you know, and I take things dear to my heart when it comes to my mother because she was an Aries like me and she was left-handed like me. I was the only one that got the left hand and got the Aries. So I was to tease the others like, yeah, that's right. I'm the only Aries, and pow, they would smack me up. But anyway,
so did they have like a love relationship? Did they have a relationship, or was it kind of like, you know, I'm out kicking it. Let's, you know, when you come in town,
let me say this. I don't know all the details. I know he came to town. Okay, New York was one of the meccas. So he came to town. Mama's in town. She's a dancer. Blah blah blah. She loved that man, and she loved the music. So my mother was the type of person, if she wanted something, she went after it. I'm the same way. You know, it wasn't no, let me see. No, she was in charge of that. Okay? I think she wanted a singer in the family or something. I don't know. So she was running that.
They had a lot of they had a lot of conspiracies about how he passed. Did you ever well, no, because did you ever talk to anybody, like after you found out, family. Did you ever talk to anybody, family, whatever, that kind of told you or talked about?
I reached out to some folk back in 2010, and I know they didn't want to have anything to do with me because I'm what you call illegitimate or bastard or road baby or whatever. But I'm not the only one. I'm not the only cook child out here, right? It's not even looking, it ain't even about, like, trying to blast nobody or whatever. Listen, I'm glad I'm here because he got together with my mother. I am here. So is my half-sister, Carla Cook. Y'all need to get her on the show because she sings jazz, and she's about 2 years older than me. When you Google, I don't come up, and neither does she. If you look at her and look at me and look at him, there's no mistaking. So as far as the blood family, the full blood, like Barbara had Tracy, Barbara had Linda, and Barbara had, unfortunately, Vincent drowned in the pool at 2 years old in 1961. I was born in 63. That had to destroy him. I mean, that would destroy me. To have your son drown in the pool because mama was in the kitchen, and maybe she was busy, you know, because the child can dart out. It's not even about blame there. It's an unfortunate tragedy that happened, but I know it had to rip him up because I know my heart, and part of him is in me. Part of my mother's in me. She had a big heart. Like, my mother never met a stranger. And I talked to elders who knew my dad, and they said in the Royal Theater in Baltimore, when he would finish a show, he was one of the few artists that would come out, roll up his sleeves, and walk the street and talk to everybody he met. Talk to this retired cop.
So, that feeling. How did it feel to meet your sister? Because if you didn't find out till you were 47, that means you didn't even know you had a sister out there.
Well, actually, it was 42, and to be honest with you, I have not met Carla yet. I'm excited about this because she I think about a month or so ago, she did a cruise ship. And I ran into one of the sisters that one of the dear, sweet people who really helped guide me was Pastor Shirley Caesar right here in Raleigh. She's got a 1,500-seat church, Mount Calvary, Word of Faith, right here in Raleigh. And it's a sad thing because you got people right here in Raleigh don't even know she's here, 4-time Grammy winner, 84 years old, and still will blow your mind with her voice. He helped me along in 2010 because I was very, very, very
without a doubt.
confused. Very, you know, she told me. I went to see her about this.
Huh?
I went to see her about this, and I was like, me and my wife at the time, we got in a car. We went up there because we heard she was at this honor thing. They were honoring her, and we got up there about 10 minutes before she left. She was in this Bentley already that she said she's giving back because they're like, how you going to give me a Bentley with a lease payment? But anyway, she's like, I don't want this vehicle. But I walked right up to her car, and I said, excuse me, Miss Caesar, I heard you knew my dad. And she said, well, who's your dad, baby? I said, Sam Cooke, and she got real quiet. And I was like, me and my wife was like, yep, we're going to be a long ride back to Rocky Mount. And then she said, well, take off your glasses, baby. And she told me to take off my glasses, and I said, well, you know, I lost my eyesight. My eyes ain't what they used to be. She said, that's okay. And I took off my glasses, and she got real quiet. Then I'm like, yeah, she about to tell me, baby, I don't know who told you that, but and she said these she said these few words that stay with me to this day. She said, and I quote, oh my God, it is you. Wow. And I said, so now me and my wife sitting there with our mouth open, flies hovering, you know, and I'm going, okay, so what do I do now? And she broke the ice and just started talking about her day and, you know, and about my dad and how much she loved his music and, you know, and then she asked me, were you going in there? I said, yeah, I was supposed to meet some people there. It was Yancey's, a place called Yancey's here. It was black-owned, and that man could cook his butt off, but I think his accounting issues need some help. But anyway, he just told me to come by the church, and I did, and I joined. I was in training, me and my wife, and one day she called me up and said, baby, I want you to sing. And she didn't say what, but I knew in the spirit what she wanted to hear. And I'm clowning, and, you know, she's short, a little short thing, and I'm 5'9 and a half, 3/4, and I'm walking up there trying to be all cute. I'm like, she's like, well, what you going to do? I said, well, you know, we're going to make it do what it do, you know, like Ray Charles. And she turned to me and said, well, Ray Charles is dead. I said, oh, Lord Jesus, I'm in trouble. And then she told me that the piano, I think Harold had died 6 months prior. She said, nobody's touched this piano since Harold died. This was 2010. And I sat down, and the Holy Spirit told me exactly what she wanted to hear. And I started these notes right here. And I went into the hem of his garment. I didn't know that they set me up good because in about 30 seconds into that song, the choir dropped in and the full band dropped in. And I'm telling you, if the angels were singing that day, it was miraculous. I was trying to keep it together. My foot was shaking. My hand was shaking. I said, boy, don't you mess this up. You know, and it was just so glorious.
I don't mean to interrupt you, but I hear that piano in the background. I feel like you're ready to bust one. So why don't you go ahead and play us something real quick? Just a little something. Give us a teaser.
Okay, well, I'll what I'm talking about now is the hem of his garment, so I'll give you a little bit. This is when Sam was with the Soul Stirrers. Lord, there was a woman in the Bible days. She had been sick so very long. And she heard that Jesus was passing by. So she joined the gathering throng. And while she was pushing her way through, someone asked her, it probably was Peter, what are you trying to do? She said, if I could just sister, him of your garment, I know that our Lord will be made whole right now. Still there, crying, oh Lord, ooh, oh Lord, 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 my Lord. He said like this, that if I could just touch the hem of your garment, Lord, I know that our Lord will be made whole right now.
All right now. So when did you decide to release your first album, or is this your first album that we're listening to some of the songs on from? Or we're listening to some of the songs. Help me, I'm scripted. Help me.
Songs, yeah.
Oh, I got you. You talking about
I have You Saved Me, and I have Give It to You Loud. Tell us about those two songs.
Okay, what was the first one?
You Saved Me.
Right,
and
that
Give
was
It
the
to
signature
You.
song. That was my first album after losing my eyesight. That's not my first album. That's my first album is on CD only. I'm re-releasing that song in 2024 late. It's called Retrospect, and you guys haven't really heard it. Oh, yes, you have. Yes, you have, because Tony fell in love with. You fell in love with this. Excuse me, Kenneth.
Well, hold on. You can buy something real quick. I need to rewind. Yeah, let me go back a little bit. You're playing that piano without your eyesight?
Oh, yeah.
I've been blind for 17 years now.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I know, because he just said it.
Yeah.
I'm just he's the way he's playing right now. I'm like, wow, like that's amazing.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? That's like Ray Charles and Stevie Wonder, like all up in the grill all over again, reincarnated. You know what I'm saying?
I know a couple other people.
Sam Cooke.Call. Like I just wanted to just say
that's the real deal. Yeah. Right. That's why I'm in awe. That's what I was saying. I'm in awe.
Well, Kenneth, I'm respecting this is how I met Kenneth. This is how I met Kenneth right here. This is how we met Kenneth. This is how I met Kenneth. I feel it in my soul right now. Don't need anyone to tell me how to feel it in my soul. I feel it in my soul right now, my soul, my soul, my soul. Don't need anyone to tell me how to feel it in my soul. Remember that?
Yep.
That's the song you heard on YouTube. That's on a song that you guys never heard on the album yet, because that's only on CD.
Because I said it on the intro.
Okay, I didn't.
Yeah, we looked at that replay right there. On the move, I was good to you like that. The replay, I just said that.
When you're trying to do everything like this, then you don't catch. So I had to reiterate. So anything that I was doing, again, understand. I didn't catch that first time.
You guys opened up with The One. Let me tell you something interesting about that. Japan is killing that song. The last 7 years, that is the most played song out of anything I've released so far. I thought Jamaica was going to be on The One, but Japan, they love that crap out of that song.
Yeah, it's a good song.
Oh, wow.
Don't get my konnichiwa.
It got like a little reggae feel to it.
Yeah, that's the reggae. Yeah,
but that was it, the reggae gospel. It's got that reggae,
Yeah, I like that.
Come on.
Mr. Selector. Let let's get into your music because I need them to understand.
Right, what we're doing right here. You already get like it's a live concert right now. It's an on the move, unscripted, exclusive. We're playing right there with Phil.
I love it.
Walters, man.
I love it.
This is a great conversation.
So I'm gonna play You.
But what
Saved
you asked
Me
me was about You Saved Me, and I Give It to You, Lord. Now I Give It to You, Lord. I'm gonna start backwards. That's the first song I recorded after going blind.
Well, we're gonna play the track, let everybody hear it. Then we can come back and we can get into like to talk about what inspired this these big songs. All right, yeah, no doubt. On the move,
Billy, baby, Bill Walker.
Yeah. In the house.
And my heart skipped a beat, you saved me. When my blood ran cold and I lost control, you saved me. When my wrong took a ride and I lost my side, you saved me. I know you saved me when I lost my way, you saved me. That's why I'm here today, you saved me. I'm gonna tell the whole world how you saved me. You saved me, I know you saved me from the fire. You saved me, and my one desire is to tell the men, women, the boys and girls how you saved me. You saved me, Lord. When the world said I couldn't, you said I can. You saved me. All those times that I felt less than a man, you saved me. When I felt left out of your heavenly plan, you saved me. When it seemed I was drowning, you took my hand, Lord, you saved me. I know you saved me when I lost my way. You saved me, that's why I'm here today. You saved me, and I'm gonna tell the whole world how you saved me. You saved me, I know you saved me from the fire. You saved me, and my warm desire is to tell the men, women, the boys and girls how you saved me. You saved me, I know you saved me when I lost my way. You saved me, that's why I'm here today. You saved me, and I'm gonna tell the whole world how you saved me. You saved me, I know you saved me from the fire. You saved me, and my warm desire is to tell the men, women, the boys and girls how you saved me. You saved me, yeah. My Lord, 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 my Lord. Where does the time go? Where are my people? Lord, show me how to reach the masses. It's clear to me you planted this music seed so deep inside of me to serve you. Lead the way, Lord, teach me to follow. I want to serve you for the rest of my life. All that I am, Lord, is what you made me to be. Words and music wrapped in a song, and I give it to you. Walking by faith, not by sight. My days and nights look the same, yeah. But Lord, I'm so happy that you came down to save me from the path that leads to the flame. The way, Lord, teach me to follow. I want to serve you for the rest of my life, yeah. All that I am, Lord, is what you made me to be. Words and music wrapped in a song, and I give it to you. Yeah, yeah. So lead the way, Lord. Teach me to follow. I want to serve you for the rest of my life. Yeah. All that I am, Lord, is what you made me to be. Words and music wrapped in a song, and I give it to you. And I give it to you. Yes, Lord. And I give it to you. Give it to you. I give it to you. Oh Lord, yeah. Give it to you. Give it to you.
This is your boy, Bad Boy Billy Sly. Whether I'm just chilling in the studio or kissing a leading lady or out on the street promoting our new CD, Kenny G Wall of Bass, no matter how you play it, I'm down with Patricia and Mr. Stout on the Move. Unscripted, baby.
That was nice.
Oh, man.
Go ahead.
I was going to try to do it.
Get it.
I love it. Man, I really, like, I enjoy the sound of your voice and how the way you put that diction to your sound out there for, to those. It gives you like that real feeling. You know what I mean? Like, that's when I was going to school for performing arts, they would say like have the feeling. It doesn't matter how many songs you can make. It's how many songs you can make that's got a really good feeling to it. And you express yourself there. I definitely appreciate your sound.
Yeah, I love that. So tell us about the documentary that you're working on.
Oh, wow. Okay, well, right now what's going on is the 60th anniversary of A Change Gonna Come. That's the single we're working on right now. And I'm going to shoot you guys a picture of the studio I'm working in later. I couldn't get it up there for you guys prior to. It's actually on my Facebook. I'm sitting in front of this $400,000 mixing console that I'm telling you that's a house, that's 2 cars, a dental plan, Obamacare, something like, but I actually went to that school for audio and engineering. So we're doing a single, but we're trying to really get people to take interest in getting the movie done. So I reached out to a young man whom I met who was in the movie Harriet, the latest Harriet Tubman story. It was on Netflix. His name is Willie Razor. Shout out Willie Razor. He did a heck of a job as a co-star in that movie. That was my character. I know he fit me to the T in that movie because I was the one that they're gonna kill me. I know they are, but I'm not going down without a fight. God dog it. Gosh darn it. So I met him. He lives here in Raleigh, and he just did a movie. He wrapped a movie on Lifetime called The Girl in the Closet. And he played a villain. And I told him, I hate you in that movie, which means you're a great actor because you really, really made me hate your guts in that movie. So he's got like a few more to do. He's got some Netflix stuff going on. And I met him. I said, you got to play my dad, right? He's like, who's your dad? And I'm like, Sam Cooke. What? Word? So I sung the song in the backseat of his car and everything. And we just talked and everything. And he says, I'm in. So I got the book. Write this down. Y'all read this book. If you want to know 85% about my dad, it's called Dream Boogie, The Triumph of Sam Cooke. It's a big
Dream Boogie?
Dream Boogie?
Dream Boogie, like Boogie Oogie. Okay. Dream Boogie, The Triumph of Sam Cooke. I got him a copy of the book. I got a few more copies because we making the round. Somebody's going to do this movie. Spike tried to get the rights in 2010, and they wouldn't give it to Spike Lee. And I'm hoping that now is the time because they're slowly bringing him out. And he opened up for the Sonny Liston fight. Him and Muhammad Ali were friends. So they showed him in that with Will Smith, and then they showed the One Night in Miami. Where he was in the hotel room with Jim Brown, Malcolm X, and Muhammad Ali.
Have you ever heard of Charles Gere? Charles Gere, is it Charles?
Charles Gere, yeah.
I hope I'm saying it right. That was one of the guitar. What's his name, Charles? Is it Charles Gere? I gotta look and see. But we interviewed someone that was on that One Night in Miami. Remember?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Charles Gere. Yeah, I know.
He gonna get me too because we Facebook friends. I'm sorry, it's unscripted.
That's all right. Listen, that's what I love. That's what I love.
A full documentary or a film, like a biopic, about Sam Cooke and his legacy. Because his music, it definitely transcends, a lot of decades, and with music, like how the way you do like a real song, you know what I mean? So what you're doing, it's in you, like, you know what I mean? Like as part of your, your biology. So we look, so, how the way we can get this expressed to other people to do this kind of music as well, to to make it to where it needs to be, because what we're hearing in modern times music, that feeling is being lost in translation due to a different frequency. And I want to ask you, what's your thoughts on that? Right.
Wait a minute, before you answer that, his name is Charles Julian Fearing.
Oh,
Charles
Fearing.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
He did the he was the same one that was on what was that? Girlfriends. Remember he was one of the composers. I actually saw One Night in Miami. I'm sorry, I just wanted to bring that back up.
Yeah.
He gonna get me because I'm his Facebook.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
To get to the question that you asked, Kenneth, I just talked about this today. And please, all you young folks out there doing your thing, do you. I'm not mad at nobody. But you mentioned frequency, right?
Yeah.
I had a friend of mine here in Raleigh has a daughter that's trying to get in the business. And I said, well, let me hear. She's got this. Yeah, she's got something with a boyfriend. And he played the track. Both of them were drowning in auto-tune. Both of them, the singer and the rap, and both of them. And I listened for about 30 seconds. I said, okay, I had enough. I said, I'll tell you what you do. You tell her if she's interested, because my production company is looking for a couple of people to work with. Tell her I want to hear her raw, a cappella, no auto-tune, no nothing, and I want to see what she's got. It sounds like behind the auto-tune there's something there. But let me tell you the scary part about folks that's doing this like this. Once you begin to sound like a robot and the robot takes over, they don't need you no more. So the soul is being removed from soul music, okay? Now, one of the nicknames they used to call my dad was Mr. Soul, because when he got in, he was all in, right? He's either all or nothing, and I was that way and still am, because if you're gonna sing, okay? That don't mean you gotta scream the whole time, but when you sing, when you get done, there should be some type of connection between you and the audience. Auto-tune does nothing for me. I won't lie to you. No, let me say this. When Cher came out with that joint.
I'm sorry, Theo. I gotta stick up for the little young cats. You know what I'm saying? You gotta let them experiment. I mean, soul music is still important. It's very important, but you can't not let them experiment. Like, to me, I like all different types of music. You know what I'm saying? I like the new school, a little auto-tune. You know how some kids can't sing.
But if you see, that's the part right there. If you use auto-tune for things that it's pop, so it's called like popular music, right? So, but if it's something that you can, if you really can sing, you can do it without it.
Why you can't do a comment? Why you can't do? Y'all got too many rules in music. But creative people just want to sing, and we just want to do what we want to do. Why there got to be rules and regulations on how we do it?
It's not. No, it's not. There's no rules.
Yeah, it is, because remember when I was singing, you was like, Patricia, you did 32. You're not supposed to be 16. I'm just like, oh my God.
Because you put out scandal. You put out commercial music. That's why I
have to stick up for it, Phil. I'm sorry. I like the little
listen.
You know?
If you remember, my sister, when I started out, I said, y'all do you. There's stuff out there that I like. Right? There's no doubt. But this is what I'm afraid of. Our music is already being stolen. Okay? When it gets to the point where auto-tune is the norm, that means anybody can just auto-tune. You understand? Ain't nobody going to sing like Patti LaBelle without help. Ain't nobody going to sing like Chaka Khan without help. Ain't nobody going to sing like Sam Cooke without help or in the DNA. So what I'm saying is experiment, do you, but be careful, because folks already want to take everything about you, your culture, your everything, your lips, your booty, everything. So when you start doing this, be careful, because if a robot can take over, they don't need you. I'll say it again. So experiment. But let me tell you the other problem with this. I'm going to give you a scenario. Back in the 60s, there was like the dueling artists. People were pulling the plug on folks. Power was going out. Jackie Wilson was one of the greatest dancers and singers of our time. Okay? People studied his hairdo. I ain't going to tell you who, but just look around at some of the artists, and they wore the same hairdo as Jackie Wilson. Anyway, he was at the Apollo. The power went out. Most cats would walk off the stage, go back to the dressing room. Jackie Wilson jumped off the stage and walked the audience singing a cappella for 45 minutes. That's entertainment. What you going to do when the power go out, auto-tune? So this is what I'm saying. If you can sing. Now, if you want to experiment, I get it. Hey, listen, when Cher dropped that, If You Believe in Life After Love, I dug it. Because you know, I followed Cher when she was in her 20s. I'm 60 now. So it was tight. But we got to the point now where it's becoming more and more robotic. And I'm telling you, I went to a junket in 2005, and I think it was Kevin Lyles got up in front of all these young, inspiring artists and said, let me tell you, 2005, he said, let me tell you something. It ain't even about y'all no more. It's about the beat. And I felt bad for them. Because when it becomes just about the beat and the artistry and the artist, the human being don't matter no more, that's where we're heading. Okay? You watch my words. 20 years from now, if we don't get a hold of this, please. What you need with black people? Ain't no soul music no more. So we just get a bunch of everybody else, let them auto-tune, right, and do your thing. The robots are taking over. That's what I'm saying.
That's America,
That's what I'm afraid of. Listen, then the simulation is complete. And I'm going to leave that alone.
So you sent in a picture, and it looks like it was a lady or something, and like a studio. Like what? Explain that picture you sent in, because I shared it on the
I'm sorry. Describe the picture, because y'all know I'm blind. Describe the picture.
Kenny, what's the picture?
It was a picture of you and the young lady that you was with in the studio. It's at the $400,000.
Okay, great. Okay, thank you for asking that, my sister. That is Sheffield. That is the largest recording studio on the East Coast that nobody knows about because that's the A-list program over there. All right? I have the honor. You hear me? Listen to me now because I'm going to get teary-eyed. When you can sit in the same place where Aretha Franklin sat, Michael Jackson, Anthony Hamilton, Lionel Richie, Mariah Carey, DJ Quick, DJ Cool, Mary J. Blige. Listen, that's above my pay grade, baby. And where you saw that picture, that young lady right there, should have a Grammy already. That girl can sing. Her name is Lisette. Look her up on YouTube. She is the truth. And I am honored to have her on this project. And it was her first time in the major studio like that. You can't put a $400,000 mixing console in a $100,000 studio. So you know what that studio's worth when you see a board like that.
Yeah. Right.
Back in the day when people used to talk about a recording studio, they would say, what kind of board you running? Because they knew that was the heart of the studio.
Right.
Okay?
That's right.
So I wanted y'all to see that because, look, my journey has a lot of twists and turns, but it's my time. Not because I'm all that, because God is all that. This is his sanction. This is his saying, you know what? It's time for you to stop hiding with the name and use the name. I don't care who believes it or not. It don't matter to me. I got to do I know this is so exciting for me because at 60 years old, things that I've been fighting for 12 years is swinging open now. I had this one guy, I knew it when I opened my mouth. He was like, yeah, right. I hit that boy with a note so hard, he was like, oh, shoot. And listen, God gave it to Sam. Hear me now. And when Sam died, it came to me. I ran for a long time because I didn't even know who the man was. I didn't know that. I knew who he was, but I didn't know he was my dad. And even when I found out, I was mad. I was confused. I was afraid. I was like, what do you do now? You know, I was using the name for a while, and then people were calling me up from overseas, from England. So I was supposed to tea. I need 300 comforts. I'm your cousin. People from all over the place. I had to drop the hyphen Cook. And just like that Rocky with Creed, that Creed one, when his girlfriend said, are you his son? And he said, yeah. She said, well, use the name. I'm telling you, that came to me one night so strong. I said, you know what? I'm going to use the name. All right? And the only way that I'm going to stop using it at this point is I'm not breathing anymore. I don't want nothing from nobody. I'm not trying to trick the family. I got my own money. Whatever I got, God gave me. No man gave it to me, and no man can take it away. I sound like Muhammad Ali now, right? Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee, rumble, young man, rumble. Ah! You know, so it's like, it's amazing to me.
You know what? It seems like y'all should do like an ancestry thing and try to find the other siblings, and maybe y'all could have a big family reunion. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, you said you think there's other Sam Cooke children out there. Y'all need to connect, like y'all have to, so y'all can meet each other. You know, have you thought about you and your sister meeting up?
Let me say this to you. We will. God has already revealed that to me. I love her spirit. Her spirit is like, I don't care who daddy or mommy was. I'm going to do what God told me to do. That girl can sing. Please listen to her music. She is jazz. She is smooth. She is silky. She is funny. She is serious. She did a song with, I think, Sly Stone. Just Google Sam, Carla Cooke and Sly Stone. That song is tight, right? But because of being out of wedlock, they're not recognizing. But no, listen, God validated her. God validated me. I would love to be with the family because of the young folks now, the children, the grandchildren. I'm about family. I got some Italian in my bloodline in there somewhere on my mama's side or whatever. But I'm going to tell you something. I'm all about family, but I'm going to complete this journey regardless of who the seed planter was, right? And I've been telling people in 2022, I said, this blind boy going to try to tell you something. This is my time. I've gotten rid of deadbeats that I've known for 37 years because they've been takers in my life. And God was like, you got to clean house now, baby, because they don't want you to be successful, but they want to take your success. Dang, I'm like, that's deep, Pop. Let me write that down, Big Papa. That's deep. And I'm going to tell you this. It sounds cliche. It sounds cliche, my sister. Let me say this, and I'm going to be quiet. Y'all have heard this before. I'm not in this for the money. I've had money. I've had credit lines $250,000 and more. I've came into it. I lost it when I lost my eyesight. They took the cars. I sold the house. It's going to come because of the gift. The Bible says your gifts will make room for you and put you before great men. It also says that it's God that gives you the power to get wealth. I'm not worried about that part. But whatever mission, whatever mandate, whatever I have to do at this point in my life to serve the master and to get this music out there, and hopefully somebody will get closer to him, that's my goal.
Right, so using inspiration, man. That's what I mean. Yeah.
That's what's up.
Phil Walters Cook. That's what it's called now.
I know you've been getting a lot of interviews, and so you've been doing a lot of interviews lately. Do you have any performances coming up?
I do. I've been getting a lot of, believe it or not, y'all, my bread and butter right now is private performances, not one-on-one. I'm just saying private parties, because I'm going to be honest with you. Can we keep it real on the show? Unscripted, right?
Oh, yeah, keep it.
I got a whole lot of churches.
You're a low-key comedian because I've been catching them.
I know, me too. I'm like, hold on, it's a part
no, I'm saying unscripted, right? So listen, I'm going to keep it real with y'all because I don't know how else to be. For the last 3 years, I got all these churches hitting me up on my Facebook because they see my videos and my interviews and my posts about, scripture and being uplifting and inspirational. Not one of them nachos invited me to their church. No. Let me stop. One. Oh. Did you say that? Yeah, one. So what they're doing is they're trying to pull the people that are following me for their own, whatever. And I've let it go because I'm like, Lord, I don't want to get in the way of anybody receiving Christ or getting closer to God. And God revealed something to me about a few weeks ago, and I'm starting to block them. Because you know what? I don't have to validate myself with nobody, but I am a minister. I minister through music. And I am actually also an ordained minister. The church I used to be under, I had the honor of marrying the pastor at the time. It was so weird, though. I'm married, but, usually it's the other way around. But I haven't been in, listen, the way the churches, the mega churches, the big churches are today, you have to have a record deal to come in a church and sing. That is the most craziest thing I've ever heard in my life. So listen, I don't want a record deal. I have my own production company. I have my own recording studio. The only thing a label could do for me is distribution, promotion, and publicity. So if I can't get it, if I'm not in your church because I ain't signed to Sony, Warner Chappell, or somebody, I don't need to be in your church. I'll go right down into the nastiest, funkiest, dangerous hood, set up my keyboard, and minister, and I've done it. I've done it, and I will continue to do it. Because if you ain't going in the highways and the byways, I'm not impressed with you anyway. I yield the mic.
I hear that.
Hey, yield the mic.
You hear that flavor.
Too many fake and phony out here, y'all. Come on. Right. Somebody help me. Too many fake and phony, preaching to the choir, sleeping with the choir. I'm going to call it like I know it because I've been doing it for 20-something years now. Okay? And I'm going to tell you why people don't want to be around me. And maybe, I don't know, after the day, y'all be like, nah, I can't hang around that nacho. God got me on some Jeremiah, Isaiah, and David stuff right now. And I don't want to do it. But I will do the will of the Father.
Let me break in there real quick. Let me jump. Let me double dash. I'm going to jump in there and let me say this, right? If you God has told you to do something, like let's keep it 100. If God has told you to do something, and you know God has told you to do this, like ain't no doubt in your mind, there's no doubt, then please do what God is telling you to do because you don't want no Jonah experience. Jonah ran the other way. You're right. You're right. But I'll be having my Moses moment. I ain't gonna lie. I stutter. You know what I'm saying? I'll be having my Moses moment. I'm slow as beat. Yeah. I mean, truth be told, listen, I've been physically blind for 17 years, but it took my physical blindness for my spiritual eyes to open.
I heard that, yeah.
See that silence? You heard that quiet right there? Yeah. I'm going to tell you something else that a lot of people don't know. Most people in the ministry, don't want blind people in their church if they ain't living right, because blind people see. I have been placed in corners. I have been left alone with a crowd of people because they didn't know how to act or respond around a blind person. I've had people that with the devil know that I see them.
I got a question too. And I don't know. It's probably off the cuff. But do you dream? Do you have dreams? Do you see in color?
Old men will have dreams. Young men will have yes, technicolor. I'm talking about serious color. When I lost my eyesight, I went into a depression. And I'm gonna tell you something about listen. If you ever listen to Shaka Khan interview, she was on the Tamarind Hall, and I will be on there soon. It's destiny. God, I heard that woman first, her second show, and I was like, her voice, it reached out to me, and I was like, I'm gonna be on that show. And I'm like, really? But listen, I was in a major depression. I was like, when I do it all the way. So I said, if I'm gonna do this depression thing, I'm gonna master this thing. For 2 years, God had me by himself. I sold a $40,000+ studio for $800 to a church, and they robbed the rest of my stuff. Took my masters, took the stuff I told them not to take. That's the story for another show. But anyway, God showed me visions. God showed me COVID. I didn't know what it was. There was thousands of beds with people intubated in various positions. They were frozen. They couldn't move. And then when COVID came, God revealed it to me. That's what he showed me. There's other things that he showed me that we won't talk about right now because I ain't trying to spook y'all out. But yes, color, male.
Yeah. This is a question that detail. I was like, yes, yeah.
I believe that too.
On the move unscripted, come get something. Look, we getting deep over here.
The Bible don't lie. It does not lie. The Bible, God said, let my word be true, let every man be a liar. When he talked about those visions and those dreams and who was going to have them, he was not playing. That was, and it's still vivid. Like now, they're still vivid. But when God had me to himself and I was not out here, doing this and doing that, they were so strong. Like I saw the new construction in New York, and I called my brother one day. I said, is there cranes all over New York? He said, yeah, why? I said, how you think I know? He said, how you know? I said, I dreamed about it. I dreamt about the new Yankee Stadium. I was like, I'm sorry they're going to tear down the house of roof. At least keep the facade, Yeah. And then I stopped questioning God. I stopped questioning him because before and I had sight, I wasn't sure what this was. I was like, what did I have too much to drink? Wait a minute, I didn't drink that night. I don't smoke, so what's going on here? But when he had me to himself, he put me in a cocoon, and he poured into me, and then he let that butterfly break loose. But it's his butterfly because we were created to worship. We were created to serve. And I've never been more focused in physical blindness.
Very deep, brother.
Wow.
Praise God.
I'm going to take a quick music break on that so I can ponder and think about it.
Phil Walters in the house on the move, unscripted, exclusive right here, baby. Come get some.
I got a break, and you got me on that one, so I'll be right back.
Calvin. See my money green, red, and blue. What about you? From my city to New York. Big city dreams, but I don't sleep off. I need what to say, but you gon' know my name. And I ain't in it for the change. I like big bills and that president.
Pianos play on the key of life. As I dabble in these streets with a key of white. 20/20 tunnel vision, I can see the light. Hoping that my God-given talent help me lead a life. Shit's real, I don't even write. This is more like a letter, you can read the kite. For every inmate locked down and can't breathe tonight. I'm blessed, front row, Barclays, I can see the fight. I'm running wild though, I had to stop. CNC gun boys at a traffic stop. Thank God, stash box where I had the Glock. Still afraid of heights, but somehow now I'm at the top. You see, I spit it for the culture. Surrounded by the fakes in the industry with vultures. Bad to inch you closer, fine china. Sipping $1,000 champagne glass with the coasters. That's fine wood if you didn't know. But you can catch me out of town when I hit the road and see my face on every flyer at a different show. Real talk. One day you'll get it though. About to board a flight. Long days, even longer nights. My ex sent the text, said she wanted advice. It ain't the only thing she wanted, right? Nah, I'm good, ma, I keep my mind clear. It's like they want a nigga back cause my time's near. Heard label, hear me rap and tell me sign ahead. Still moving packs about the trap until I'm signed, yeah. You see this game's an addiction, pain and affliction for fame, but it's sickening. Ironic how these dollars make change in the system, cause that could've been me, box laid out in prison. Nah, God bless. Good lawyer cause I'm court bound. They got me channeling my thoughts now. Reminiscing back then we was all down. Now the love's lost and we all on our own. Wow, I just do it so my mama smiles, and I work even harder so my mama's proud. And that's evident, I'm killing them, no evidence. Brooklyn's mine, dead president. Yeah.
You need some space. got a little letter the other day. Here it is, don't you worry, it'll be okay. I didn't recognize the sender, but the words spoke true. Someone sent it to me, now I'm sending it to you. He said, no one can hear you cry when you're all alone. No one can see your pain when you're talking on the phone. But they won, 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 but they won. You know they won, the number one, the most high one. I checked my little mailbox the other day, hoping there would be a letter letting me know it's okay. Well, there was nothing from the sender, and some flyers on things. So I pulled out the letter, and I read it again. No one can hear you cry when you're all alone. No one can see your pain when you're stuck on the phone. I said, no one can hear you cry when you're all alone. No one can see your pain when you're stuck on the phone. But they won, but they won, but they won. But they won, but they won, but they won. But they won, but they won, but they won. You know the one, the number one, the most high one. They won, but they won, they won. They won, but they won, but they won. They won, but they won. You know they won, the number one, the most high one.
On the Move Unscripted.
On the Move Unscripted, yes, I love that. That was the one that he said is the hottest song that he's put out, right?
All around the world. Yeah.
Yes, Phil Walters.
Phil Walters is in the house with right here on the Move Unscripted.
All around the world.
I'm doing too much at one time. I love that. I love that. So can you tell, as we get ready to wind up our interview for today, can you tell us, please, where they can find your music? I know I got it off of Amazon Music, but where all can they find your music? You have a website, and what words of wisdom would you give to another artist that's trying to break into business?
I love it, and I love it. Thank you so much, first of all, for both of you for having me on your show. And young lady, I got to check out what you do because I've been hearing you talk about being in the show in Ohio and everything. And y'all got to get me on that stage. Y'all got to put me in the program.
Oh,
now.
Yeah, you already.
Okay.
Yes, it's going to be in Columbus on May 11th for Mother's Day. I'm doing a Mother's Day event where I'll be performing. And I have two artists out of Columbus that's going to be performing as a Carrillo and Banks, and they're going to be doing their new song, Black Queen. So I'm excited because I like showcase artists from my hometown. Yeah, I'm pretty excited.
So to your question, check my Spotify because y'all got robbed. Like what you found, that's my first album. I got 2 albums out and about 6 singles. Spotify has the whole collection. they changed the rules. So one time they had me have them use the same name my checks are signed, so Philip Walters. But then they changed something else so I could use the Phil Walters. So you got me up there as Phil Walters and Philip Walters. The other album is Your Everything to Me. You got to check that project out. That's my latest album. And then I got about 6 singles up there. So Spotify is the place to go where it's all in one place. Apple Music is kind of in 2 different places. Amazon is in 2 different places. YouTube, it's not all there. But, Spotify would be the place to go to have everything in one place. On social, Instagram, Phil Walters Music. That connects you to Instagram, and it's also connected to my Facebook. Facebook is Phil Walters, right? My website, I haven't been on in a while because I don't like the way people control things with the algorithms. So because Facebook is alive. So I do more Facebook than anything because it's the interaction. They really have that thing right. The audio is second to none. So that's why I do Facebook. Instagram is too hard for my screen reader for the blind, so I use Facebook. But it's connected now. So if you're on my Instagram at Phil Walters Music, you'll find out what I'm doing on Facebook, and y'all can follow the journey. As far as the music, You Saved Me was the first album I released after losing my eyesight on Valentine's Day 2006. Your Everything to Me was the second album. Then the singles, Life, which is a socially conscious song about police brutality and black-on-black crime. Life. You can find that stuff on YouTube. Stronger Than I've Ever Been. Minister to Me. That's my Calypso gospel. I released a remake of my dad's song with the Soul Stirrers, Jesus Gave Me Water, which I was honored to get permission from me and Ma on that. I also released a remake of The Little Drummer Boy. I put my own spin on it. That you can find on YouTube. Spotify's all on there as well. A Change Gonna Come is coming out on 2024. February 2024. That'll be the 60th year anniversary. T-Pain just did a version not long ago, so check it out. He did a great job on it. I'm proud of that young man for what he did. Now I'm going to get to the words of wisdom for other artists. First and foremost, you can do you can do your thing. You can reach for the stars, right? You can. God gave us the ability to create. He's the creator, right? He created us, right? I think Run DM said it when he did that song Down with the King. You know what I'm saying? If a king be in me, then a king I be, right? We put limits on ourselves, and we ground ourselves because we don't believe that all things are possible through Christ, which strengthens me. We say it, but then we put ourselves and we put God in a box. Don't put God in a box, right? For the young cats out here, please, you can do this. You can do this. Young sisters, you can do this. You can be entrepreneurs. You can make multi-millions, and you can hopefully reach back and help somebody, but you can do it, and you don't have to die, okay? Hip-hop has become the most dangerous occupation. People go overseas and fight wars and come back. We lost Pop Smoke. That was disgusting, okay? Yes. Young Dolph is gone. His kids don't have a father. What's the Migos? The Migos. What's the kid from the Migos? This is ridiculous, okay? Stop the nonsense. Everybody is a piece for everybody. There's 7 billion people on the planet, right? There's enough for everybody. We got to stop killing each other, right?
Right.
Do what it is that we were created to do, okay? And it damn sure ain't murdering one another. So make your money, reach for the stars, but treat life precious, because if we don't treat ourselves as precious gifts, how are we going to convince somebody else?
Right.
So please, do your thing. Get your clothing line together. Get your music. Get your production company. Because, man, let me tell you something. I'm going to tell you something. Thank God for the technology here today that we have, right? Pro Tools, Logic. Logic saved my life, because I'm telling you, I'm doing stuff in Logic now because I can see again with my ears in Logic. You can do whole movie scores in Logic. That's what most of the kids are using, Pro Tools and Logic, right?
Right.
Very creative. I heard some great stuff. And yes, some stuff with auto-tune. But a lot of stuff I heard that I loved, they weren't killing it. It wasn't auto-tuned to death, right? That tune was created for a minor infraction. If you had 95% good quality and you had a couple of hiccups, you would auto-tune them small parts. It was never created to take over the whole song. And I've heard some great stuff with the whole just protect your work. Copyright your work, people, because the thieves will steal it. Okay?
That's
right? Learn those contracts before you sign it. Don't be a victim of what happened to TLC and all them others, right? Read them contracts. If they don't let you take it home, don't sign it. Get you an entertainment lawyer. Go online. Now, they got these things now. You can go into these programs. What is it? I forgot. Lawyers, whatever. You can pay a small fee and be part of the lawyer pool, right? Protect your work. You worked hard for it. Oh, and last but not least, those who are stealing, stop stealing. If you're going to sample somebody's work, pay them. If you're going to sample somebody's work, pay them. Okay? That's what I do. Pay them. Because let me tell you something. What happened to Pharrell should have been a warning to everybody. Okay? And that boy threw him under the bus. That thick kid threw him under the bus to the tune of $7 million. Oh, I was drunk. No, you wasn't.
Well, I missed that.
Yeah, for the song, like
I wanna go out and party. They pretty much reproduced that song without talking to the gay family. Didn't get permission. Everybody knew what it was. Now Pharrell, I believe him. He said he was paying homage, right? Vic threw him under the bus. I ain't know nothing. I was drunk. You're a liar. Y'all published that. The truth ain't in you. Now, I would say to my man Pharrell, don't let that stop you from coming back out, baby. You got creativity up the wazoo. Get your big hat on, get back in the studio, and give us another happy, right?
Right.
Because we're going to fall. We're going to fall. The righteous man will fall 7 times. Just get up. You learned your lesson, right? Now pay people. I'm going to say this. Give me 1 second. Before Gil Scott-Heron died, I saw him live. Now, I'm going to tell the truth. I love everybody. But he put Kanye on blast because Kanye was sampling his music and not paying.
Yeah. Wow.
Pay the bills. Pay the bills. Right? Because we work hard in the studio, right, artists? Right, y'all? Right, artists? You work hard. Hours in the studio. And somebody come along in 2 seconds and sample your stuff? Come on now.
Pay them. I do track lift, and it's tons of music on there, and you got to pay for the sample. If you get the record, if you don't pay for the sample, you will be sued, and it's hefty every time. It's very hefty.
You should be sued.
Yeah.
Because let me tell you something. If somebody came on your job,
I got a ton of credits.
So,
listen, that's for another day.
Somebody wanted to reach out to you to actually hire you. How would they reach out to you? Do you use an email?
I'm glad you asked that. Hit me up on my email. That is soundcastproductions@gmail.com. SOUNDCAST productions with an S @gmail.com. They can hit me up through Messenger on Facebook, right? Instagram, DM. I didn't even know what that was, y'all, until about 4 months ago. They're like, yo, I'm gonna DM you. I'm like, what's that? What's that? That medicine and ingredient and Robitussin? I'm gonna DM you. I'm like, then find out, direct message. Oh, nah. Y'all know I'm old. So those are ways you can reach out to me. And, I thank God, y'all, that, I've been getting a lot of work. I also write and produce. I have 176 songs I haven't even released yet because God says stop and get out in front of people now. So that's what I'm doing. I love what I do. There's so many young folks out here doing some great stuff. Oh, I'm loving it. But listen, this is a new day. The whole industry is not what it used to be. You could be a multimillionaire and not even have a platinum or gold record. Come on now.
Right.
You're going to work hard, but it's there for you.
Well, I'm so happy that you came on today. We really appreciate you.
Oh, yeah.
It's like we have, met a legend because, you are the child of a legend. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's just like, that's the rightful title you get just because you
Sam
Cooke was like one of the biggest artists of his time. Like
Simba.
Yeah, so, and hopefully we'll hear more from some of his other children that are out there that, like you said, that there's more of his offspring, which means they're probably just as talented as you and his sister and your sister.
Amen.
I'm really happy that we had the opportunity.
My sister, can I say one last thing in closing?
Yes, sir. Mm-hmm.
I don't I'm not comfortable with being called a legend. My dad earned it. I have to earn it. I can't just get it by proxy. I hope by the time I'm done, I can honestly say that for my work. Now, I'm going to push his work forward because I love my dad's music. Oh, my gosh, I love it. And when I perform it for the seniors, there are people with Alzheimer's, they don't remember their name. But when I go back to 60s and I do like We're Having a Party or, Chain Gang or something, they remember and they know all the words, and that just brings me such joy. But I have to earn it, darling. Okay? I have to earn it.
Okay, well, I take it back.
But I appreciate it.
But just know it's here for you.
Right. You're going to get your flowers early.
I appreciate
it. 2023.
I got it whenever you want it. It's right here.
In 2023,
I appreciate
that,
though. God bless you. I thank you for that.
That's what's up. So we have basically had an awesome interview with Mr. Phil Walters. And I'm really honored that Mr. Srout, that you brought him to On the Move Unscripted.
Yeah.
And so many blessings to you. As you to move forward in your career and what you're doing. I really pray that listen, y'all. Somebody out there, Hollywood, LA, hey, California, I know y'all listening.
Hey, what's up, Michael Collier, my boy Michael Collier? I'll be seeing you for Christmas.
Michael Collier, yeah. Sing up to Michael Collier, definitely.
Y'all need to get in touch with Phil Walters so that y'all can get this movie, film, documentary up and popping.
Yes, y'all pray for that. Y'all pray. Everybody else got a movie but Sam. Think about it. Aretha, Ray Charles, Little Richard, you know what I'm saying? Aretha, I mean, they deserve it, but it's his time now. Tell the story. Stop holding back, right? Tell the story. Great music, 2 careers, a gospel career and a secular career. Come on now. How many people did that?
Right.
Aretha.
And the young folks need to know, like, most kids I talk to, they only know one song, A Change Gonna Come, because of the movies they've been in. That man got a catalog. I sang most of the songs. I mean, he wrote Chain Gang because of the prison situation back then.
Right. Yes.
And Lou Rawls was the baritone. Did y'all know that? He did the background baritone on that song.
I didn't know that.
Why don't you know? That's Lou Rawls.
So I'm going to need for y'all in Hollywood or Atlanta or Chicago or somewhere to go ahead and get that popping. Reach out to him. You know what I'm saying? Definitely go and check out his music, his albums, and also just if you've never heard of Sam Cooke, go on YouTube. There's a lot of different little information, little videos that's talking about his life, and you'll see how big of a deal it is what we're really talking about. Like, you got to understand the power behind this interview and who we're interviewing and what we're talking about.
Yeah,
so,
that's very true.
Yeah, I'm so happy that you selected On the Move Unscripted as one of the platforms to tell your story and
Honored
to share
to
your
be here. And I'm coming to Ohio, baby. I'm coming to H-Town.
I'm out.
Definitely appreciate it. Phil Walters Cook. Matter of fact, you know what I mean? Just taking that right there. We definitely, brother, like we got to get together. I know you'll be down there. You in Raleigh. Are you going to be performing anywhere?
I'm all over the place right now, though, man. I'm in Baltimore. I'm in New York. I'm in South Carolina. I'm getting bookings in Atlanta. I'm all over the place. So, listen, I will be. I've never been to Ohio. It'd be my honor. Because let me tell you something. Y'all had one of my favorite coaches, humanitarians. I mean, Marvin Lewis. Come on.
Wow.
Come on now.
Yeah.
I followed him from the Ravens all the way to Cincinnati. I said, that man is got the golden touch. Okay?
So Cincinnati.
Come on, Ohio players. Come on, baby.
You let us know.
Definitely.
When you're ready to come and you're ready to have an event or something out here, you let us know and we can get it set up for you.
Oh, yeah. Listen, when y'all do your events, just call me. Put me on. Put me in, coach. Put me in.
So you gonna come to Columbus, Ohio?
It's nothing, baby. Just say so. They might even let me fly the plane. I don't know. Yes.
It's May 11th.
Yes.
It's
Look.
May 11th.
You know I got to be silly, y'all. I might have to get some bottled water, but it's all good.
He's talking about the event on the Mother's Day event on May 11th at the North Bank Park Pavilion here in Columbus, Ohio, right downtown. Beautiful.
I tell you what.
When I say beautiful, I'm talking about beautiful. Like when I
listen, I know somebody coming there. My man Joseph Wooten. Y'all ever heard of Joseph Wooten of the Wooten Brothers? Joseph Wooten of the Wooten Brothers. He is the musical director for the Steve Miller Band. I think he's going to be out your way soon. I met him on a talk show and we hit it off, man. That's one of my dear friends.
Well, if that's the case, my email is onthemoveshow@hotmail.com. Tell me yours, Mr. Srout.
Kendall Srout at 701@gmail.com. Also, Scheme Beats Radio.
Or you can hit us up on.
Are you inviting me to the Mother's Day to perform?
Huh?
Are you inviting me? Are you inviting me to the Mother's Day show to perform?
Sure.
It got quiet.
I'm trying to get some pianos out. Come on.
Man, we really do need some.
Hey, that reminds me. Let me go back to not last week, but the week before. So, if you would like to be a sponsor of this event, please do not hesitate to reach out to me. We're definitely still looking for sponsors. Of course, everything is locked down, but you might as well get in where you fit in. So on the move show at hotmail.com, you can reach out to me. We're trying to get Miss Crystal Davis from LA to come out. She could be on with too. He mentioned both of them here. He mentioned both of them. Oh, stop playing. Right. Don't tease me. Don't tease me. So if you would like to assist us with getting Phil Walters out here or getting Lady Crystal out here, get a piano out here, we can really turn up. Come on now,
We're doing this for the mom.
Yeah, that's it.
Need it. Moms deserve it. Mothers, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something.
We lost a lot of that.
Oh, listen. We lost a lot. We get the Mother's Day out there.
Hold on for a second.
We get the Mother's Day out there and I go, yes, sir. Draw back your bow and let your arrow go straight to my lover's heart. Oh, me. No, come on, me, mama.
Deserve it. Yeah. Mothers deserve it. Mothers work hard. Mothers are so important to the earth. And people don't even realize how many sacrifices mothers make. Not just the 9 months of pregnancy and bringing to the world, but we are locked to the hip with y'all for 18, 21, 50 years. They told a lie when they said it ended at 18. That's a lie. I don't know why they told mothers you only had 18. Them kids still there. Still need help. They're still. So definitely would love to have you come, Mr. Phil Walters. Would love to have you.
Well, we're going to talk off the show. I'm going to get with y'all, and we're going to see if we can hash this out, because I'm like this. I'm old school, y'all. Back in the day, people would board, right? You would go city to city, and they go, look, the Smith family is hosting the Soul Stirrers tonight. They're going to stay with them. So, look, I got a daughter that works for the Marriott, but sometimes she can't get that booking for me right away. And the 11th is close. But, hey, help me get there and give me a place to lay my head, throw a pillow in the corner with a blanket. I'm good with that, all right? And we'll get on that stage, and we'll make it a night to remember. I'll do some of my dad's stuff. I'll do some original stuff. I'll throw some stuff in there for the mothers. And, of course, it's going to be their time, their day. And we'll make it happen. We will make it happen.
Wow, let's do this right here. Yeah, that's fine.
Come on, sponsors. We're waiting on y'all. Come on, sponsors.
Come on. Come on.
Right.
Thank you so much for stopping by. We appreciate you without a doubt. Y'all have been listening to Mr. Phil Walters in the building.
Phil Walters Cook.
Yes, Phil Walters Cook. Nobody.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
Yes. Please hear my cry.
And let your arrow fly.
Oh, my mom love that
my
song,
lover's
man.
heart for me.
Oh, man.
Yes. Thank you so much, sir, for joining us. We appreciate you.
Thank you. God bless you. Y'all take care now.
You too. On the move, unscripted.
That was the bomb interview. Oh, my goodness. That was the bomb interview.
Really
that was the bomb interview. I loved it. I would love to have him come out here. Like, that would be awesome and amazing. Because I'm really excited like I was saying during the interview, mothers, we deserve this. You know, fathers do too. Y'all May in June, though. We ain't talking about y'all right now.
Yeah, the mothers right now. Yeah.
But mothers,
mothers in the house.
You bring, you know, imagine how special your mother is going to feel. If you're in the Columbus, Ohio area or Cincinnati or Cleveland, it's only an hour, 2-hour drive, you know what I'm saying? If you're somewhere in the vicinity, you know, do something special with your mom and bring her on to Columbus. You know, I would love to be able to sing and perform for your mom and make her feel good and give her one of the gift baskets, walking out and fill her stomach with good food and make her feel special. Right. Like, she deserved that. Your mother, your sister, your wife, you know, your auntie.
Too. Yeah,
you know,
come on network as well.
The grandma in the neighborhood took care of all the kids. You know what I'm talking about?
That's something nice. Yeah, that's definitely something nice for those folks.
Yes, definitely.
Do it, man. Come on out.
It's gonna be May 11th at the North. I always got to remember to say everything. The North Bank Park Pavilion.
Right.
The North Bank Park Pavilion on 311 West Long Street. Very excited. I haven't performed in a while, so I'm really looking forward to it. You know, we're going to have the DJ out there. The food's going to be out there. It's going to be nice. It's just going to be nice. It's a nice thing to kick off the Mother's Day weekend, right?
It is. I think it's like by coming out, you know, it's the open up of the spring, you know, into when the summer starts. You know what I mean? Because like kids about to get out of school, right? You know, you got the proms coming up. It's the areas look so nice.
Oh my goodness.
When you come out there, it's gonna be beautiful at the time of the, you know, the weather is gonna be nice out there. Yeah, come have a good time.
Yes, definitely.
Stop
and
by.
You got a show coming up this coming Saturday, right?
Yes, H2O is gonna be on the air on the Skin Beach Radio Review. That's gonna be really dope too. At Saturday, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Check me out on Kenneth Stout on Facebook. And also at Skin Beach Radio, you'll see all the pictures and all that stuff, you know, for that. You know, yeah. HTO.
I did a lot of bloopers this show. I'm sorry, y'all.
I did
this
too.
Was a big bloopers, unscripted, but y'all know how we do it. It's uncut, uncensored, unfiltered. You know what I'm saying? We give it to you raw. That's how we like it. So that's why it's unscripted.
That a little blooper?
That was a blooper.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But yeah, H2O.
No, H2O wasn't a blooper. That's really, you know.
Balling for Peace. It's going to be good, though.
I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
That's going to be nice. Yeah, we already put the, you're getting the flyer ready and stuff.
But yeah, it was good to go.
Yeah, that's going to be, I'm excited. I'm excited. Right, so, we're going to get ready to roll on out of here, y'all. Yeah. On the move, it's Mother's Day. What?
Yeah, it's always fun.
I'm in a good mood.
Me too. Yeah, they're like, I'm in a good mood.
Well, no last scripture, y'all. Until next time, peace and love.
Peace out.
Somebody tell me whatever happened. What happened to me? Somebody tell me. Somebody send out an SOS and rescue music. Whatever happened to music, like Marvin Gaye or a Little Prince or some Jodeci. Whatever happened to a little Minute Large and a little Outcast and a little Fuji? Whatever happened to the music? Somebody send out an SOS and save our music.
Must be a reason. Music is dying, so I'm speaking. We used to sing about love and the struggles we faced just because. And when we fell down, it would give the people hope. You listen to a song and remember every note. Forget the 3 minutes, cause the band be on one. If it touch your soul, you can bet it be a long one. That music, it takes you back, let's do it. Bring that back cause we need it. Lord, I receive it. So, some Luther Vandross, some Curtis Blow. But my it. So much talent, but it just get wasted. Cause good music equals no plays. No ownership equals no say. Stop killing in the music, okay? What happened to the music today?
Whatever happened to music? Somebody send out an SOS and save our music. Whatever happened to music? Do you remember that good old music? Whatever happened? Somebody help us. Somebody send out an SOS and save our music. All around the world, all around the world. Do you wanna go with me, baby? All around the world, from Ohio to Chicago to Atlanta to LA. Do you wanna go all around the world? All around the world, all around the world. Do you wanna go all around the world? From Detroit to New York, Jersey. Hey, do you wanna go all around the world? All around the world, all around the world. Do you wanna go all around the world? From Argentina to Mexico, France. Hey, do you wanna go all around the world? From Lagos to Africa, Sweden. Hey, do you wanna go all around the world? All around the world, with me, baby. All around the world, all around the world. Oh, she's so fly, it's a beautiful thing. She's the queen, a search for a king. Beyond gold in them diamond rings. She working hard, but your girl can sing, cause she's a pretty girl. A pretty girl. Oh, she's aware it takes to care of business, money, market, analytics. Lived in places you might visit. I wonder why she cannot have commitment, cause goddamn.
Light is day or dark as the midnight. You want a man that's gonna hold it down real tight. We making plans for whatever that we like. Take a nice ride, enjoy the twilight. You got the insight, the type that I like. Rent some bikes and ride through CB. Open up our worlds and talk freely. I'm going through my thoughts, hoping you feel me. First of all, you not too short or tall. I'm thinking who's sexy, get the first I'm gonna call. I remember we met the first day at the mall. I remember your face when you said you want it all. Babies in your ear looking fresh for the fall. Let me get that math, I swear I'm gonna call. Imagining your body all in the ball. I don't care if you got a husband, cause goddamn, you's a pretty girl. A pretty girl. Oh, she got skills, know to braid that hair. Look at those eyes, yo, I love that stare. Oh yeah, that girl right there. Damn near about to have an affair, cause she's a pretty girl. A pretty girl. Oh, Bodysuit or business suit, it don't matter, girl still look cute. Her ass looking fatter when she wear them boots. No chit chat, she about to win that loot. They call her Shiva baby, she's a sexy lady. She asked me, do you wanna ride a by Mercedes, boy? No doubt what you love will enjoy. She too fly to be acting coy. Chocolateness, and then now I'm enjoy. Her beautiful lioness coming from St. Croix. She got a kind heart that you cannot toy. And if you run a game on her too quick to get her annoyed. She too sexy like she right said Fred. Wearing purple and pink, she pinky red. She carry that lead, don't end up dead. And she looking super good, but she bout that bread. She's an educated woman, better use your head. And if you ain't about your business, better build up your cred. She travel around the world right now in Madrid, closing multi-million-dollar accounts. She do that, kid. Another pretty girl known as Misunderstood Beats. She got a body on her, but she talks so sweet. She handles piano, writing music on sheets. She speaks Spanish and Italian, and she speaks Greek. She know astronomy, out of body analogies. Her thoughts travel through space, time, and galaxies. She know a lot about the world, of foreign policies, about the chicken, and I'm hoping to try because she's a pretty girl. A pretty girl. Oh, she's so fly, it's a beautiful thing. She's the queen and search for a king. Beyond gold in them diamond rings. She work her hard, but your girl can sing, cause she's a pretty girl. A pretty girl. Oh, she's aware of taking care of business, money, market, analytics. Lives in places you might visit. I wonder why she is not a commitment, cause goddamn. Sexy mama named Cassandra. She looks so good in front of the camera. Sexy lips, she juicy too. But bringing no drama if you're gonna be her boo. Top model when she walk her booty wobble. And when I'm with her, she make me feel like hit the lotto. Super cool, skin creamy like gelato. I met her on a set in San out in Cabo. The world recognize her as a female Tupac. I fell in love with the empress of hip hop. Look at the way she walk, the girl is so hot. She do the thing with the bars, got a zip lock. The first time you see it, gonna make your jaw drop. You get the bars for sure to make your body rock. I'm always gonna be a fan, and one day hope to be your man if I can. Cause goddamn, you's a pretty girl. A pretty girl. Oh, she got skills not to braid that hair. Look at those eyes, yo, I love that stare. Oh yeah, that girl right there. Damn near about to have an affair, cause she's a pretty girl. A pretty girl. Oh, bodysuit or business suit, it don't matter, girl still look cute. Her ass looking fatter when she wear them boots. No chit chat, she about to win that loot, cause she's a pretty girl.
Nobody you can call on. Just close your eye, pray to the sky, that's who you fall on. Cause he gon' hate you every time, ain't no doubt on. I ain't really tryna make no enemies. Had to cut a couple people off because they in. My mama asked me, do I think I'm ready for the industry? I don't want no smoke, but if it's deep, we on the sentiment. Some things we can't understand. You been down and you need you a hand. hard, bro. And sometimes life will bring you down, but you gotta be strong. Just keep going till tomorrow. God, yeah. I say I know what you know. I know you got the heart. Got your heart, bro. People looking at you like you always doing something right. This is for the ones who by themselves. I swear they not meant to be inside your life. Y'all can never get along. I'm just trying to stack it up and leave the haters where they all belong. Your soul been listen. If you just want somebody to listen, but if they don't, you shouldn't care. Because you know you've been a well. They never real and it be clear. You can't let them get in your will. If you got a funny feeling about them, you should never trust. Many times inside your life you felt that pain like concussion. You just need to know that everybody did that something. Cause I remember days I really thought that I was nothing, but I know I want it. I hope that you want it. Ain't no reason for running. Sometimes people can't really explain the stuff they done. Ain't never crazy. You go in my you still really wrong. But I know you got the heart, bro. And sometimes like I'm bringing you down, but you got it. Just keep going till tomorrow.